Hello, welcome to My Life on Paper. I am Brianna and I am so happy you are here today. I am doing a layout for Scrap a Sketch, and it is the sketch is number 187. And Lisa puts out a new sketch every Friday, and I'm excited to use this one. And um I am using super very bright colors. I'm using the Bella Boulevard collection called Home Sweet Home, and I will also bring in another sticker sheet that I have that I bought separately that is a Bella Boulevard Squeeze of the Day. So first I look through my papers. I often will do this ahead of time, but now I'm looking through the papers to decide what I want to use. And I was thinking because of that red blanket, I want a red background, so that's what I grab out first. And then I want something for the torn aspect of the sketch. And picked out a couple and decided to go with the florals. I then went into my scraps and I grabbed out I grabbed out a couple different scraps to be the mats to the photo. I found one little scrap of this plaid that matches the blanket. So it's off to the side because I'm kind of thinking about it, but I really didn't think I was going to use it. I had a different piece of aqua paper that I cut too small the first time, so I cut the yellow for the frame and then the aqua color to layer behind that. Now I am tearing the bottom of the floral paper, and then I will do the diagonal tear. And what I'm going to do is tear kind of one side to where I want it come down to, and then well, I'll wait till I do it, but I'm going to glue down the mats now, uh, and then put those off to the side, and then I'll finish tearing my paper. So what I was saying is that I will kind of put a little tear in the bottom there where I'm aiming for, or maybe it's the top. I'll I'll tear where I'm aiming for, making sure I know what I'm doing here. So there's a little tear you see, and then I will start tearing at the bottom, and then I will tear towards that little tear I made on the top. And to get a little bit more control, you can see how I'm holding it down with my left hand as I go up. So that kind of let me do the angle that I wanted. Now here I'm not positive on I like the torn paper, and I'm not sure if I'm going to tear the bottom some more or the top, but I'm going to lay out the rest of the pieces before I decide what I'm doing. I take this pink paper and I'm making a tag shape out of it. And the pink paper just came out of my scraps. I've got all my scraps sorted by color. So now I'm just kind of laying it out to see, and it's a little bit long. So I will trim that down. And I have some flare, and they're all nearby um, my desk that I'm working on here. And so these are canvas flare from Scrap and Happy Studio. I don't end up using them, but they were matching my colors, so I was pretty excited. Here is my crocodile. So what I do for my tag is I will take my poke tool, make a hole in it where I want it, and then I'll go with the crocodile to take to be the hole punch. I will have the Scrap a Sketch Facebook group listed below, as well as the Scrap a Sketch store, which is scrapasketch.com. And then you can check out the printables there, the stencils, as well as look at the membership for exclusive sketches. All right, so the tag is the length I want it. So I'm gonna just take my ATG adhesive and adhere that down. And then I will actually glue that into place. Where I glue the picture and the tag, I'm happy with it. However, if you can see just that little part peeking out between the frame and the tag, I, I don't know if most people would tear that out, but it's not following the sketch. So, and you don't have to follow the sketch 100%. So I just trim that little piece out, and then I am going to take a little bit off the bottom, again, to follow the sketch a little bit more closely. And I actually saved that piece because I thought that would be a great border for a different page. So we'll see if I use it, but it's with the other part of the collection. Now that I have this piece down, I'm going to look for some embellishments. And so I'm going to go to the sticker sheet. And you'll see me bring actually 3 sticker sheets in. One of them is a photo play sticker sheet, has to do with home, and I don't end up using that one at all. But what I do with my sticker sheets, I usually I cut them up. I like to kind of dry fit them on a page. So you'll see me bring in some stars. Here I'm using photo corners. Um, they come right with the collection, so they match the background paper perfectly. There's a couple of arrows that I'm just trialing out here, but I like the idea of the stars. I mean, obviously there's stars um in the sketch, but oh, I should tell you about the photo. The photo is of Meredith and her group of friends from college, and they went to listen to some music in the park. And I don't know if you saw me put that pink sticker below the photo, but it says "Together is our favorite place to be," and I thought that was just perfect. So I thought about bringing a gold title in that says "Belong," but I found this one in my stash. It says "It was magic," and it just matches. It's like pink, kind of ruddy pinky. That's just perfect for this. And these guys get together, and it is magic. So I put magic down first, and I was gonna go with it next, but I thought, oop, I better put was first because then I'll see how much room I have to put it down. So I overlap that over the matting a little bit, and I put it, and boy, I wanted a little bit of white above the eye, above the dot, and I like just get a little bit of white, just so that because it's the same color as the background, so I didn't want it to like melt in. And this is my, I think it's an everything tool from Creative Memories, and I just love it for everything. So that helped me to move the dot of the eye a little bit. So I'll stick the heart that goes down with the title, and then I have these 3 stars that I like that floral there, so I kind of went around the floral, but there's a lot of things going on in the background that we don't need to see, so I did use that red star to kind of cover things up. Here's that sticker that says "Together is our favorite place to be," and I found like the perfect spot underneath the photo. I find 3 more stars that'll go up on the right hand corner up there. Uh, one is yellow with polka dots, one is red with polka dots, and the other one is white and it says "Smile." And again, covering up people behind that we don't need to see that have nothing to do with the photo. So that works really well. I am going to find some stickers to go onto that tag up there. Since I have all those stars, I decided I am not going to use the arrows, so I put those aside. But I found it's kind of like a fishtail banner. It says memories. I was trying to decide if I want to put that off to the side, but it is fishtail banner on both sides, so I do put it right below the hole of the tag, knowing I'm going to put some twine in there, and the twine's going to sit up. It's not going to fall down, so this will be okay. I've got that heart that I layer in there, and then I also found a little rainbow circle rainbow, so then I tucked that in there as well. Now I will take my white-ish twine to um, just tie that through the tag hole, and I really think that's like um, that's the end of my layout. So crafting makes my heart happy. I hope you find something that makes your heart happy too.